Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Nissan Sentra SR, but I would like to give a special thanks to HGreg Nissan for providing with the Sentra. If you're in the market for a Nissan, you can come check out HGreg Nissan and ask for Gaby. She will get you to a new or pre-owned vehicle. But I start off underneath the hood here of the Nissan Sentra SR. Once I open up the hood here, it does reveal Nissan's 2-liter 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 149 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a CVT transmission, but Nissan calls it an Xtronic CVT, as the Sentra sits here, weighs 3,084 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 28 in the city, 37 on the highway, and 32 combined. So this powertrain is fuel efficient. But shedding the hood here, let's talk about the exterior styling. I think the Nissan Sentra is a handsome compact sedan here. Looking at these taillights here, they're going to be a full LED with an automatic low and high beam, with an LED turn signal, with an LED daytime running light. And down here, Nissan does throw in LED fog lights here. I do like the dark chrome here, and also I like this V-motion grille. This grille is large. I also like the honeycomb style here. And behind the Nissan emblem is the adaptive cruise control, so this thing will stop and go for you if you're in rush hour traffic. But I think the Sentra does look really good here with this blue exterior color, also with the black accents. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about the Nissan Sentra SR. Looking at the side profile, let's start off with these tires and wheels here. These are a 215/45 tire. The wrapping is 18-inch rim design. I do like the silver with the black finish here. It looks really good with the blue exterior paint here. This is LED side marker here. And up top, Nissan does give you a sunroof. The wheelbase for the Sentra here is at 106.8 inches with an overall length of 182.7, and Nissan does have this floating roof design here, but the side profile of the Sentra looks very good. Looking at the rear, let's start off with these taillights here. I do like the taillight design housing here, but unfortunately this is going to be an incandescent design, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse. I wish Nissan would have just threw full LED taillights here on the Sentra. There's this rear spoiler here. There's the Sentra name spelled out. There's the Nissan emblem here. That's the SR badge to signify the trim level that you have. Looking down here, that's the backup camera with incandescent lighting for the tag. There's rear parking sensors. Also, I like the rear diffuser here. It's going to be one exhaust tip, which is exposed. And I like that Nissan has the Sentra name spelled out here on the bumper. But open up the cargo back here. Once you open up the cargo here, it does reveal 14.3 cubic feet of space, and you can fold down the seats to do a 60-40 split. If you're looking for a bigger trunk in the segment, you have to check out the Honda Civic that offers 15.1 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, Nissan does give you a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sitting inside the interior of the Nissan Sentra SR, I do like the orange stitching and orange piping here throughout this interior. This interior does have a simple layout. This also has one of the best seats in the segment, or basically in the business. They're very plush and very comfortable. This is an 8-inch display. This does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And the Sentra that I'm showing you guys does have the Bose audio sound system, which is an 8-speaker unit, which sounds pretty good. But shutting the door here, starting up the Sentra, the start-stop button is down here by the shifter. Once you do that, of course, all the electronics will come on. The gauge will do a nice sweep, and you're greeted by this Sentra icon there. You can customize this LCD display by using these toggles here on the steering wheel. We'll talk about that in a few seconds. Let's talk about the materials in here. This is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. There's that orange stitching I was talking about. There's this chrome door handle here. It is only auto up, auto down, only for the driver. Your lock controls and window controls are here. There's the eco button over here, your dimmer switches, your trip reset computer there, and this is for the trunk release. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. I like that as a D-cut design. Over here is the headlight and turn signal stock, and the wheel marker stock is there. Nissan keeps it really simple. They give you this LCD display front and center, but they do give you the analog gauges for the RPM and also for the speed. Like I mentioned, you can customize this LCD display via these controls here. You can show you different stuff like your fuel economy, your tire pressure, what's playing on the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This also has forward collision warning, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring. So Nissan does keep you and your family safe on long road trips. There's a sync and a track button here. There's a back button. I do like the Nissan emblem here. This does not get the new Nissan emblem like on the new Armada. Nissan has to put it on their other products just yet. This does have cruise control here, also with the other driver's assistance like I mentioned. There's some orange stitching here throughout the dash. This does have dual climate control. There's 3-level heated seats on the Sentra, but there's a heated steering wheel function. This is the SR trim, so this is the top trim in the Sentra's portfolio. Looking up top here is going to be incandescent lighting throughout the cabin, and above me there's this sunroof where you can open and close the shade to your liking if you would like. The dashboard does have this nice leather material here. There's even this carbon fiber like trim here here on the instrument panel. Over here is going to be a USB-C, a USB port. There is a 12 volt. My iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit here in this area, but the cables, of course, as you guys can see, is sticking out. Putting the Sentra into reverse here, it does reveal a top-down 360 view. Nissan should update the camera quality here, but of course you guys can see it looks really good here on the camera. There's trajectory distance markers, there's some parking sensors. Kicking down here into drive, there's a low mode here, but kicking back into drive, into park there. Let's talk about the Apple CarPlay here. The touch response on the screen is very responsive. Going into the Google Maps, it takes up the complete screen. The screen is actually bright. There's some heart buttons here. You can also dim the screen. There's a sync track. There's a main menu to go back to the actual system there, and also a camera button here, so you can access the top-down 360 view. There's also a front-facing camera. You guys can see there. Does still have the trajectory lines there to let you know if you're too close to a curve and whatnot. So I think this is the first car in the segment to have a top-down 360 view. I think the Corolla and the Honda Civic doesn't offer a top-down 360 view on their current generations. These big knobs here for the climate control. Over here is going to be two cup holders, more of that fake carbon fiber like trim. There's more orange stitching here on the shifter. This is for the sport mode here. You click this little tab there. The center armrest here is going to be nice and padded. Open it, it does reveal a deep amount of storage. As you guys can see, my camera gear is in there. The seats, oh my god, one of the best seats that I've sat in a compact car. I like the orange stitching and orange piping here. Very, very comfortable. But we're looking at the glove compartment here. It does offer a decent amount of storage, but overall the Sentra does have a nice layout of this cabin. But let's hop into the back seat of the Nissan Sentra. Getting into the back seat here of the Nissan Sentra, shutting the door here. The materials are carried over from the front to the rear. There's going to be one mat pocket back here for storage. There's one USB port back here. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across. And Nissan says you get 37.4 inches of legroom. I do have a decent amount of headroom here. I'm only 5'8". Above me, there's going to be the dome lights. They're going to be an incandescent design. And Nissan does offer this sunroof here, but they don't offer a panoramic sunroof. The seats are just like the front seats. They're very plush and very comfortable. So Nissan didn't skimp out on the materials back here in the back seat. I still like that orange stitching that you get in the front. Pulling this down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders. But overall, the Sentra does have a nice and comfortable back seat. So starting off in the 2021 Nissan SR, this is the more sporty trim here of the Nissan Sentra here. But start off in the Nissan Sentra, this has Nissan's 2-liter 4-cylinder. This makes 149 horsepower, 146 pound-feet of torque, and it's hooked up to Xtronic CVT. So this CVT is going to be really good for fuel efficiency. Of course, you guys know that's what CVTs are for. It's going to mimic gears, of course. But the ride quality here is very good. This vehicle feels very planted. The steering does have some weight to it. Since it's the SR trim, this is more sport-oriented trim here in the Sentra's lineup. The visibility is really good. You also have Nissan's blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, and also lane keeping assist. So Nissan will keep you and your family safe on long or short commutes around town. But I have no complaints so far just by driving the Sentra. I actually like the exterior styling. It looks really good. It looks aggressive. I like this moonroof that Nissan offers. They don't offer a panoramic sunroof here on the Sentra, but this interior does have a nice layout. I do like the seats in here. They're very comfortable. One of the best seats in segment here.
Does it drive good?
Yeah, it drives good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, that's why.
I mean, no, you're fine, you're fine. It's pretty affordable too.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Alright. Thank you, sorry for the
No, you're fine. But the interior it does have a nice layout here. I do like the 3 air vents. This does have 2 level heated seats. I'm surprised to see that Nissan didn't offer cool seats on the Sentra here. I don't think Nissan offers cool seats on any of the other trim levels, so you're just going to be stuck with 2 level heated seats. But the fuel economy is rated at 28 in the city, 37 on the highway, and 32 combined. So this does get very decent fuel economy. So if you guys are looking for a commuter car that that gets decent fuel economy around town, Nissan does have you covered here with the Sentra. But like I mentioned, this car has no complaints, and you guys can see people will get your attention. I do like this blue exterior color, which looks really good. And the Sentra is a handsome car. A lot of people call this the baby Altima. In a sense, it does look like a shrunken version of the Altima. The steering wheel here, I do like the D-cut steering wheel. Like I mentioned, the steering feel does have some heft to it. But these gauges here, Nissan keeps it really simple with the analog gauges. But there is this helper screen here, so you can customize that, like I mentioned, from the interior scene. But I have no complaints. This cabin is quiet, one of the best seats in the business, like I mentioned. But if you guys are looking for real leather seats, you have to check out the SV trim. But just driving here, you guys can hear, of course, it's a CVT. And all journalists, we really don't like the way a CVT sounds because it sounds a little raspy. But if you guys don't put your foot to the floor, you know, you're not gonna really notice the CVT doing its thing. Like I mentioned, this thing gets great fuel economy here. But I'm gonna put into its sport mode here. There's a little button here, and the throttle gets a little bit more responsive. But taking this sharp corner here, the car just handles. I have no complaints from the chassis. The steering gets very, it feels very heft. It has heft to it. So attacking these corners here, you know, it does feel really good. But I have, like I mentioned, I have no complaints from the driving aspect here of the Nissan Sentra. After spending time with the 2021 Nissan Sentra SR, starting price here is at $21,750 with the options and accessories, including destination. The Sentra's tickets for $25,235. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive On Reviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.